Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate you, and I'm so happy to finally be making another video. I actually had to have a procedure done and then I got sick, so I have been missing in action. But I did miss making videos and talking to you guys about plants, and I've just really missed it. But I have so much that I have to do. This is my closet space that has now turned into my new greenhouse. I don't want to heat my outside greenhouse the way I did last year because it was super expensive, which I think it would be worth it if I were in business of selling plants, but I don't sell plants. This is just a hobby. And I'm not feeding my family from anything that I'm growing in the greenhouse, so I really don't want to add that expense to our life just for a hobby that I have. And so what I did was I just decided that I would just find a spot for everything in the house for the most part. There are some things I do have things in my greenhouse right now because there are some things that can tolerate the cooler nights, and so they will be staying there maybe until November, December, because it won't be too cold for them out there. But I think that will probably be when I'll have to either bring things in or find new homes for them. My outside pots I will definitely be leaving out there. I have quite a number of things that are in pots that I know will come back, and they've come back the last 2 years, and so I will be leaving them out there. But there are certain things that I know are just too sensitive for me to leave out there all through the winter in an unheated greenhouse. But honestly, I purchased is it a kerosene kind of a heater? But I'm having trouble finding kerosene. I guess the tractor trailer shop is the place that someone sent me, but I'm not really sure. I haven't really done the research on even how much the kerosene cost, because it's a 2-hour burn time on those, and I'm not looking for something that's just going to burn for 2 hours. And every other option is just, to me, it is just too expensive. My husband says I should just heat it, but I just think it's too expensive. I really do. I thought it was entirely too expensive for something that's not producing for my family. I'm sure you understand what I mean. So, I mean, my family is so good about this hobby that I have. They've embraced it. I don't want to take away from anything else in order for me to continue with a hobby that is just, I mean, it's out of control. I mean, look at this. I'm completely fine with my room being a little jungle, so I'm good with it. But I do have as I'm thinking about this little jungle, I'm looking at a plant that I just purchased that I want to show you. Because you guys know I'm obsessed with begonia. I'm completely obsessed. And this begonia Raja is one that I have wanted for so long. And I just wanted to get most of my begonia inside to see that I've been able to maintain them. And I have been able to maintain them. And while I'm doing my plant chores this week, I'm going to record videos so that you can see everything that I'm doing. And one of the videos that people kept asking during 30 Days of Begonia is that they wanted to see plant care videos for my begonia. And so I'm going to show you my winter plant care tips that I keep with the way that I keep my begonia when they're inside. But this is my Raja. She is my new baby. She is so beautiful. Look how incredibly gorgeous those leaves are. And then this is the back of the newest leaf. And I love her. I was so excited to get her. And then the other one that I got, and I did post these on Instagram. And Cindy was so cute. She says, does this mean that you are going to be doing more 30 Days of Begonia? Oops. I don't know about that one, Cindy. I have to show you some of the plants that Cindy sent over to me. I have some babies propagating that she sent me. This is my Midnight Sun begonia. Look at the pink, guys. Look at the pink on that. Oh, I love this begonia. She is absolutely breathtaking. I'm really looking forward to growing this one out. They are both in quarantine, because they're new to my collection. So I'm going to put her right back into her container just to make sure. I did spray them, but of course we know we have to do a little bit more than that. So as I mentioned, throughout the week, what I'm planning on doing is just, I have to clean this room. I have been working in Eden and bringing things inside my home, in this room, just decorating my house with my plants or putting them into the greenhouse. The greenhouse is chock full because everything got so big. I mean, my plants all got so big. And I cut my Summer Glory. I think that's the only cut that I made. Not my Summer Glory. I didn't cut my Summer Glory. That one I didn't have the heart to cut. I just can't cut that Summer Glory. But it eventually will have to be cut because the leaves are absolutely massive. But I cut my Gloriosum, which is in the same pot as the Summer Glory, because I had to cut at least one of them. And so I chose the Gloriosum. And especially since the Gloriosum actually has a ton of babies inside the pot. I think the last count was 5 different babies that did an offshoot from the mother plant. So yeah, something has to change with that plant. I'm not complaining about it because I love how big it is. And so I'll be showing you, I have to mix up some more soil for the inside. I have a bunch of soil that I had mixed for outside, my plants that go into the greenhouse, because they have to retain a little bit more water because I go longer in between. But for my things inside, I have to mix up my semi-hydro and my soilless mix and then my chunky mix. So I have to do all 3 of those, and I'll try to record it all and just get back into what I'm supposed to be doing with this. I have one plant that was just like so incredibly dry. I felt so badly for it. I said, now, Rachel, you know you should not be doing that. But anyway, she's okay now. And then I have also been thoroughly enjoying my jungle cactus. I am so excited about all of my jungle cactus. Carol sent me, I believe, 3 different jungle cactus. They're all getting big. I've purchased a few more, and I'll share those with you as well. I have been into terrariums. I love terrariums so much. And they are easy to gift. Is there anything else? I'm trying to look around to see if there's anything else. I kind of want to show you my begonia up here, but I'm afraid that if I take it down in haste, I'm going to end up breaking it. But right here, this is the end of it. Right there. And I'm so excited about it. And I have a couple new begonia. I showed you the 2 latest ones, but then I have a couple more over here in this container that I have to show you guys because they're so cute. I can't remember the name of it. It's a little bit of a different name. But anyway, there's so much to show you, and I miss you guys so very much. I really, really do. I love my plant room so much. Every time I come in here, I just look around. And I have learned just to keep a bucket of water down here with a little bit of plant food in it so that I can just dip things in. Like when I was getting dressed this morning, when I was going to meet with my congregation, I realized that my Monstera albo was one of them anyway, needed to be watered so badly. I said, no, I don't want to have any problems with the roots on this. And so I just put it into that bucket of the water, and it just sat there, and now it is perfectly hydrated and it is nice and happy. It is so beautiful. Oh, I love that plant. I still can't believe I have a Monstera albo. I actually have 3 of them because you guys remember when I did that trade on Facebook Marketplace, and I received a Monstera alba, a little tiny baby cutting that almost looked like a pothos cutting, but it was a Monstera albo. And when it was growing, it started putting out all white leaves, and so I cut it. And it put out a white leaf, and I cut it again, and then each piece started putting out just regular Monstera albo leaves. And so I have 3 of them that are growing now. So I'm really happy about that because I do love Monstera albo. So that's pretty much it. So within the next few days, I will just be putting out videos of plant chores, and hopefully you'll be able to do your plant chores with me because I have a ton of them to do in this room. One thing I did want to mention, let me just go and get this plant. Really dripping everywhere. But you see this plant right here? I have it in this nice big vessel, but the roots are everywhere. So this is the latest leaf on this plant. This is my Magnificum that I purchased in Home Depot, and the roots are coming out of the top of this plant, which tells me I can't wait any longer. I mean, there are tons of roots in here, but I only put this in here. It's been about a month and a half since I put this plant in here. I don't understand why the roots are growing. I'm not complaining about the growth, but it's just, especially since I actually rotted this plant out. And so all of these roots are amazing to be in here because I had rotted the roots out and I had to cut back a lot of the roots. And it put out this leaf directly after that, and it's still a nice sizable leaf. I don't think it will be as big as this one over here, but it is nice and sizable since I almost killed it. But anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do as far as sizing up the plant. I think I like the tall vessels. This is just a container from the Dollar Tree that I put holes in, but I like these tall vessels for these anthurium, but I don't know what to do. I don't want to have a wide vessel that's going to cause it to have root rot. I have to figure this out. If you have any suggestions, I'd really appreciate it if you were to put them down below, because I definitely need something. Okay. So I will be repotting a million plants, literally a million plants. I have to repot my Dock Block Michelle anthurium. I have that anthurium. I have 1, 2, 3 anthurium over here that I need to repot. Oh, I know a plant that I haven't shown you. Oh, yeah, heavy. I purchased this beauty. Let's see. When I pick up a plant, I check it for pests no matter what, just to be sure. This is a time of year when the pests are going wild. I purchased this beauty in Home Depot in the $10 plant section. They have a little section now that has $10 plants, and this is what I found there. What is this? Perlite. She's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. She wasn't as big as this when I bought her, but she wasn't much smaller. I think she probably grew about 4 leaves since she's been here, so she was still pretty big. There are 3 plants in this pot. Amazing. And then this planter that it's in was a candle that I purchased in Home Goods, and it was on clearance for $12.99. Look at that. It was on sale for $12.99, and the candle burned out very, very quickly, but that was okay because in the end I ended up with this amazing pot. And I had a nice smelling candle. Okay, so that is the plan for this week, and I hope you are going to come and join me to do some plant chores. But first I will clean up all of my makeup mess, my shoes mess, and all of my hair stuff. I just have a bunch of stuff everywhere with all of those things in it, and I will clean those up before I start doing the plant chores. So tonight I will clean up all of that stuff because I have a whole bunch of shoes that I need to put away. I don't know why I have to make such a mess when I'm looking for a pair of shoes to wear, but I do. And then my makeup, I normally shop my makeup collection to find out what I'm going to use for the week, and I haven't been doing that, and so I just have makeup everywhere. I mean, just everywhere. I mean, I don't need to have 3 foundations out, but I do. I mean, they're just everywhere, and I don't need to have 3 foundations out, because then 3 foundations and 10 lipsticks and 14 mascaras lead to a mess. And then when I was going through my accessories, I'm just like flipping through things, just like, anyway, here we go. There's a lot that I have to do this week, and I hope you join me. I look forward to talking to you in the comment box below, and please let me know if you can think of any solution for me to have some kind of way to fix the problem with these anthurium that are getting so incredibly big, I would really appreciate that. And I will talk to you soon, guys. Bye.